Right, we are live. Welcome into this live stream, ladies and gentlemen, for the Vancouver Sevens. It is a semi-final, Australia versus France. It has just been confirmed that New Zealand have gone through to the next stage, and now Australia and France. A big opportunity here for one of these two sides to get that final spot. I want France to win. Why do you want France to win, Kiwi Rob? Is it because of the overall standings? Australia is still relatively close behind the Kiwi team, so of course, would not want to be caught up with in that regard, but this match just about to get underway. I will mention the lineups are a little bit unknown just because of how quickly this game was taking place straight after the other one. The ladies look so happy on the thumbnail. Says Big Rig. I don't want Aussie in the finals for once. Says Baden there too, but it will be Tia Hines to kick this one off for the Australians. And we are now underway. France really rotating their squad here, and that's going to be driven into touch straight away for the French. Australia now get the lineup. Where do South Africa Sevens sit? They are currently sitting second in the overall rankings, but if they were to win this whole tournament and Fiji were to finish fourth, I believe they would go to number one and at the overall standings. But Tia Hines now moving it away to the right-hand side for the Australians. Wide cut-out pass from Madison Ashby. Now the pace down the wing. Ow, that's a knee breaker right there. I would be very surprised. Oh, she's back up on her feet. I don't know what her knees are made of, but somehow that didn't end her season. Ball in the impact, or ball in the breakdown, I should say. Pressure being put on by France there. Ball still on the side of the Australians, who too have gone with a bit of a rotational squad. Tough cookie, says Big Rig. Yeah, it just looked ugly, didn't it? The way her knee went underneath her, but she got straight back up and she's probably going to score a try if she does get the chance. Now stepping back on the inside. Big drive forward from Heidi Dennis. Maddie Levi waiting for it on the short side. Tia Hines dragged down. It's made a steal, says Mohadeen. Who's playing after this? I think the game straight after this one is more than likely the 7th place playoff game. Hello, I've been enjoying this. I believe that Australia are expected to win this. That is correct. And Madison Ashby just trying to extend it a little bit in their favour, the Australians. They get over the try line. 5 points to 0 now. Go like that. There we go. And if New Zealand women win the tournament, does that mean we have won the regular season? All but. I think that there is still a little bit of a factor, which is if they somehow butchered it completely in New York. You know, like, I know that they shouldn't finish in the bottom, couple, but who knows? But, yeah, I think it's all but confirmed as long as they make another final or make another top 4. What do you call a Scotsman on his doorstep? No idea, Toby. This could go in any direction. What day is the New York Sevens ones? It starts on Sunday here in New Zealand. So similar to what we've seen for Vancouver. Hamish. Scotsman on his doorstep. So it's just my name. I'm trying to work out if it's like a pun or like something there, or if it's just literally because Hamish is a Scottish name. Is New York the final tournament in the season? It is up until there is the championship that goes on after that, and that is where these sides will be playing off for promotion and relegation. Now, if you are number 1 in the rankings, in terms of the overall standings, it means that there is no chance of demotion for that side. Penalty goes the way of France. Australia, they are also leading 7-0 rather than just the 5. Heidi Dennis, the lady, did get penalised. Hame-ish. What's a hame? I feel like I'm not smart enough for that joke. Hame. On his door. I'm also, I should clarify, about 2 hours of sleep in the last 48 hours. So my brain's not quite functioning the way it normally would. Like almost home. Oh, like homish. Maybe. Do you even sleep? I didn't sleep. Can I sleep and wake up? You go and sleep, Mohadeen. It's currently late night in South Africa. Knock on there for the French. Just a bit of a issue there with the handling from Conye. Now, when is the championship? Championship rounds are... 1 second. I'll get you the event's exact date. So, championship rounds... Where are they? Oh, I think because of the fact that they're... Oh, no, there they are. So it's 17th to 19th of April in Hong Kong. and Valladolid is the 29th to 31st. Now the ball for the Australians down the short side. Heidi Dennis, bit of a counter ruck there from France, but can't turn it over. Australia trying to dominate the position of this contest. Skip pass out wide. Maddie Levi has to run onto it. She is well tackled by Noel, and the penalty goes the way of France. I thought Hames was were the middle things you used to connect a horse to a cart, and home is now Scottish, or is how people, or Scottish people say home. This joke does bits in Scotland guaranteed huge laugh. Well, I apologise for not quite giving it the reaction it deserved. I do want to go to Scotland at some stage, so maybe if I'm there, I can say, hey, Toby told me a joke, and it might make me a bit more popular. Whether I don't get it either, it's a Scottish joke. What time is the final? Final South African time is a pretty brutal time. It is happening at 2:34 a.m. South African. That is 1:34 p.m. New Zealand. Now away to the left-hand side. Cutting back in, Denzel. Good tackle made again. Now Hegel plays half. Conye. Straightening run. Australia still up by just the 7. Australia give away the penalty in the breakdown. Now Hegel goes across. Letos. Now one more offload. Cutting inwards. France score the try. And they get over. Right near the end of the half. Christian's the one who does score it. It's probably going to be a tough kick. I don't know if it's a guarantee at all. Do you think we will see any of the Aussie Sevens girls swap to the 15th games for the World Cup in Australia 2028? We might see a couple of the younger players do it. I'm not sure about some of the slightly older ones, similar to what we saw for Shani Williams for the last Women's World Cup. They also say how instead of why in Scotland, which is confusing. My birthday is the 16th of March, so yeah, only about a week away. Conye is a debutant, and she looks like a very bright prospect for this team. Only 19 years of age, I believe they said. What are you doing after this? More streaming. We have still got those playoff games to come. So that's going to be the next plan for the morning. Now going left-hand side for Australia. 12 seconds remaining of the half. Madison Levi gets a good fend in. Fend in the face, but a very brilliant tackle made by Christians when working. Luckily not today. That's where copper wire was invented in Aberdeen. Two Scotsmen fighting over a penny. And how long are you streaming for? Till what time, says Baden? So till around, I think it will be 2:30 p.m. New Zealand time. Davis looks for the offload. Knock on there from Australia. A slip there at the back from the Aussies. And our Christians dragged down just short. Went for the risky offload. And it's called as a knock on. That'll be halftime. 7 points to 5. That was the French chance to get the lead going into the second 7. But they don't get there. And I hope you have a great birthday. And Robert's got the thumbs up in there too. Currently the score at 7 points to 5 at halftime. A few of the other games have already been confirmed, ladies and gents. New Zealand, they will be playing the winner of this game in the final. And then alongside that, we do know that it is Spain versus South Africa on the men's side of the draw. That game was pretty one-sided in the group stage, though, about 28 points to 5. Akamai says timeless there. The second half of this one still could go either way. Actually, similar to what we saw between New Zealand and also the USA. What do you think? Or do you think we will see the Levi sisters in the World Cup in 2028? I don't really know. I think Tegan might be. I don't know whether Maddie would. But then if the opportunity comes up, I honestly think by then we'll see like Maddie Levi in the NRL or the WNRL or something like that. I feel like she'll probably have some big money contracts coming her way. You can't start learning Scottish slang before you finish your Welsh language lessons, says Fleshin. Yeah, Welsh is not my forte. But the thing is, Scottish seems easier. Because like the Welsh, no offence, Fleshin, from an outside perspective, you look at a word, you see the letters, and they say that said completely different to what you see on the bit of paper. Like you'll see like a word, for instance, This is probably going to be very offensive to every Welshman watching. You see a word like that, and that's dog. Like, how does that work? You know? Like, it's just confusing. But I guess once you get the hang of it, it probably makes more sense. But until then, it's just too much for my brain to handle. When the women's final be before, or will the men's final be before or after the women's final? So it is going to be the men's final first, and then the women's. So normally it is the other way around, but in the Vancouver Sevens, they like to put the women's game as the last one. I actually didn't answer my question. I asked you, did you ever play rugby once in your life? I did, when I was a lot younger. Spit and gargle. Says Fleshin. Now, Matty Ashby on left-hand side here for the Australians. They still want to book themselves that spot to face New Zealand in the final, just like they have many times before. And it happens a lot throughout this year of the Sevens. Circa Maddie Levi, I think she was driven into touch. Yes, she was. Sorry, it was 2029. The Olympics is 2028. Did you get spanked while playing? Not by, no. Didn't, not spanked as in physically slapped on the backside. Because this was, under nines. So that would be a bit of a concern. But I was out on the wing and just never touched the ball because our back line didn't like to pass. The 9 and 10 thought that they were pretty special, but we kept losing games because they wouldn't pass to anyone. Now 6 minutes remaining in the half. Chance here for the French to get an attack going. Pass is a little bit low there, but they eventually get out to where they wanted them to for Christians, who's driven hard into the turf. In fact, that was Khadel. And come on, French fries. Did Spain ever beat South Africa? They have beaten them before. There's a knock on there from France. You can see the frustration. Did your juniors win? They didn't. Although I feel like they did pretty well with what we had. We had a couple players pull out sick just before the game started. So we had 7 of us and they had 9. So we did pretty well, I feel. We only lost with about 2 overs to go. But just ran out of batsmen, unfortunately. We batted first, ran out and got bowled out. But what we got in 16 overs, it took them 22 to get. So I feel like that was a testament to the bowling. Yingo, making her way onto the field. 4 offloads from the French so far attempted here. What do they call French fries in France? Just fries? There'll be a French word for a fry, won't there? Maybe? That stumped me. Go on left-hand side. Oh, no, sorry, that's right. Faith Nathan. Gives it off to Mackenzie Davis. Left again. Tia Hines. To the middle of the field. Trying to get it away to Maddie Levi. NASA cuts in. That was a little bit high. And it will be the advantage now against Grisay. Now Australia go through. Tia Hines will now score it, and that should just about do it. In this game with 4 minutes remaining, there is not too often that Australia would be caught by 2 tries in the closing moments. How do you feel if the All Blacks somehow win the Rugby World Cup? I mean, it would be quite impressive. But Dave Rennie, were you naughty or good boy, Hamish? I think I've always been quite a good boy. I'm not much of a rule breaker, really. Just seems like a whole heap of extra effort, doesn't it? We have got there. I know I got that wrong. It's good morning. A nostar is good night. I'm forgetting my own language, says Fleshin. Although you were drinking earlier, weren't you, Fleshin? So you're probably a few deep by now. The score now 14 points to 5. Australia on a 7-game winning streak in Cup semi-finals. Looking to make it 8 here. Right, time has been turned back on. Still 4 minutes left. Are you planning to do horse riding? No, not really. I mean, don't get me wrong. Horses, they seem nice enough, but I don't think I'd be in the right spot up on a horse. I feel like I prefer being on the ground. 7-game winning streak in the Sevens is fitting. Says Big Rig. Going away to the left-hand side. Going to pass it across. Oh, a bit of a risky pass there from France. They're just rushing it a bit now. And it seems like Australia are the more composed throughout the second half of play, trying to rip her into touch. Doesn't quite. Now going left again. Now nice step there, almost through for Isabella Nassar, and the penalty awarded to the Australians again. When you're having a kid, Hamish, says Sash, well, there's a part of having a kid that I'm slightly missing. And it's pretty self-explanatory, which is the second person, you know. So probably not anytime soon. No, I haven't got plans that I can think of. And damn, I have lived in England too long. Yeah, stop the vodka, got a glass of wine to go to, on the go now, says Fleshin. 3 minutes left. French side watching on. They did finish 5th, or at least they have an opportunity. He needs a girlfriend first, says Hannah. Yeah, that's normally the first step of this situation, isn't it? Now, that one's gone straight back through the same tunnel as Kelsey Tanetta, or if Kelsey Tanetti has a twin sister. If she did, the Sporting Kiwi, because of your fondness of her, I would, if it was down to us as the last two, I would stand down and allow you, since you didn't get to chase your dreams of holding the Kiwi or playing for Fiji, I would step away. And come to South Africa, Hamish, I'll find you a nice Indian girl, says Sash, and not necessarily says Robert, in there too. Now going off to the left-hand side. Appreciate it, says Sporting Kiwi. Were you on an elephant? Was I on an elephant? When? On behalf of Grant, bless him. Grannies don't usually have kids, says Fleshin. Yeah, that whole bowling alley thing became a thing, didn't it? Now, Noel, she wanted to take it quickly. France just not quite back in here. I'll find you a Scottish girl. Can't guarantee she will be nice. I was like, although to be fair, if I was going to get sworn at by a female or like a girlfriend, I think the Scottish accent would be the best, just because you just smile at it. It's just a thing of beauty hearing someone from Scotland swearing flat out. Sitting on an elephant, Hamish. And make sure your windows are locked when you sleep, says Robert. Now on the halfway line. Oh, ball chance stealing here for Australia. They get it too. What we'll do is we will update the timers. It only is 9 minutes, but we're up to 13 through. Seems like it is again going to be New Zealand versus Australia. France just haven't been able to put together the phases that are required throughout the second half. How about them 50 points, eh? Says Sash. If you have a girl, should name her Hamshina. Is that actually a real name, or you're just going with that? But then her name would have to be something with Ina, right? Or what's a name with Ina at the end? Dina. It's George's mum's name. We don't mention this to George. Where is Kaz the cat? She has got to 15s full time. Yeah, I think so. I think she's gone to one of the Australians. Oh, no, actually, she's injured this year. Sabrina. That's a better one than George's mum. We have there, well, never to be forgotten. I was bowling last weekend. I told my son your granny's story. Sorry. She wasn't that old. She was like 30. But Maddie Ashby going into touch because she has been subbed off. 20 seconds remaining. 9 points difference between these two sides. Christina, that is another name that has a Ina on the end. Bonjour de la reunion. Sorry, I'm terrible with my French. But yeah, it is greatly appreciated you popping in, Phil. Now, ball on the outside. Chance down the wing. That siren sounds. Maddie Levi all over her, slamming her into the turf. And she's just let that one go, but Maddie Levi on the wrong side of the breakdown. Not on the mark either for the French. I think they've just realised that they've lost this game. Reunion, bro. I thought I was trying to do it with a slight French accent and it wasn't working. What did you eat? When? Before I had, believe it or not, I was looking in my fridge and I saw that I didn't have any up and goes in there because I didn't put any in yesterday. So that was a slap on the wrist. So instead, I had a piece of toast. Another New Zealand versus Oz final, and time for a cup of cheese, Hamish, says Moa Hunters. Yeah, so I think at this stage we will have probably 3 more streams for today. It will be Fiji versus Australia for the bronze, South Africa versus Spain for the final, and also for the women's final, it will be New Zealand versus Australia. Toast is nice though. Toast goes all right, and it's quick. You know, you don't have to cook it for too long. Now trying to still score here for France. They haven't given up as of yet, and the penalty goes the way of the French once more. They are playing for pride, and this is also, I mean, New Zealand will be more than happy with this. If Australia want to keep on playing till 10 minutes past the full-time siren, that would be fine, as it will tire them out, but that is now the 4 pass. Hamish living on up and going toast. I don't normally, like, outside of the weekend, it's just the way that it works out for, like, the weekend stage. Because anything else takes too long to cook because there's just not enough of a gap. Please like so you can buy eggs. The eggs are good. But you don't have beans on toast, and that makes me sad. I don't actually think I like beans. I haven't tried beans. But they're just something that doesn't appeal to me. Like, not in a bad way. I'm sure they're nice. But something about beans, they're just, I don't know, they don't do it for me. Cheese is, like, so expensive. It is. I had toast, says Hannah. We got that in common. What type of bread did you have, though? Was it white bread? What else is there? Brown bread? Multigrain? Seeds? You can tell I didn't have the seeded stuff, can't you? Because I don't know what it's called. Never trying beans to me is like never trying chips. And beans on toast is winning, but with a bit of cheese. I do eventually want to try a potato, like a baked potato like they do in the UK. A spud. And like cut it open, put some beans in it. I have white bread. I also have white bread. About a year ago, I discovered super thick white bread, and it's like that thick, and it's just so great. Sourdough seeds. You may not like them, but you should at least find out. Yeah, see, the idea of spaghetti in a tin never appealed to me because when I was younger, we read like a book at school, and the person had spaghetti in a can, and they tipped it out, and they were eating it, and it was actually worms. And since then, I've never tried spaghetti because I'm like, not happening. Not having no worms. Is it finished? It is. The end of this match has taken place, ladies and gents. Australia versus France has come to a close, 14 points to 5. We will set that as full time too before we continue this breakfast chat. I believe many Kiwi fans cried when they lost to India with a massive margin. I don't think so. I think some went, oh well, and that was about it. How the heck do you mix up worms and spaghetti? I don't know. It happened in the book. We have got there cheese and baked bean spuds with hot sauce. Oh, yeah. I was supposed to plug the Instagram again. Anyone who has Instagram, follow us on there, ladies and gents. It's the Kiwi Lads Instagram page. I reply to all the messages, whether it's rugby related or random stuff. So be sure to fire a message over on there. I forget about it every time we have more people watching a stream, and always mention it at the time when there are the least people on. So, yeah, be sure to follow us over there. One day I'm going to post something, and you don't want to miss it. I don't know what it's going to be, but hopefully it's unmissable. You got to have a baked potato with chili. See, I've never had chili either. I'm just so boring with food, it seems. Cheese and baked spud with hot sauce. A bit sad that the Black Caps lost. It was, but the fact that they lost by so much, I think, makes it easier to process. Like, if they had lost, let's just say, going into the final over, lost a last-minute wicket that cost them the game, that would hurt. But for some reason, I think it's because India were favourites and it was in India. I kind of went, it's probably going to happen. Like, my original prediction was that India were going to get around 230, and then New Zealand were going to come up about 60 short. So, bit of a rough prediction, really. Is there football tonight? I don't actually know. Which football are we talking? Inter Milan, ICC. Sorry, Hamish, says Barca. ICC didn't want New Zealand to win. Says a sporting Kiwi and baked potato and chili is a winner. Says Timeless. You can bake a potato in the microwave, can't you? I think. Which is something I haven't dabbled in, but might one day. Nonetheless, I would end up just talking about food for the next 30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. I was already following me. Were you? You must have done it last time. We've currently got 204 people who have followed the Kiwi lads over there. I'll be honest with you, I never follow cricket. Says Barca, and tuna mayo with sweet corn works on a spud as well. Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, I get that it's supposed to be good, but I just can't imagine putting cold tuna. Or is it warm tuna? Is the tuna hot when you put it on the spud? It's got to be hot, right? I follow you, mate, says Barca fan, a microwave oven. What just happened there? I just saw a waving thing on Instagram. How's that work? What does that do? Someone just waved at me. How do I find out where that went? Did I just get waved at? No, maybe I didn't get waved at. Did someone just click a wave button on Instagram? It just, like, when I was looking at the homepage, it had a little thingy in the corner going like that. Cold for me. Oh, so cold tuna, warm spud, lukewarm combined, is it? You need an oven, Hamish? I do have an oven. It's in there. It's through off to the side. I will use it later on. I can do a potato in the microwave. We do that, then we put it in the oven to crisp it up a bit. Oh, okay. Oh, so you kind of do the hard work in the microwave and then finish it off to make it... I guess people do that with... Some people do that with pizza. I like cooking pizza in the oven, like the reheating it in the oven. It's good. I think I'm following you, but your page is blank. Yeah, we haven't got anything on there yet, but one day we will. And when we do, it's going to be great. You know? Ah, yes, there's it's got a wave or a Haney or Hanny. I assume that's Hannah, has got high. And also Judy sent a waving thing. How do you do that? That's fancy. I didn't even know we had Judy in the chat. Unless Judy's got a different name. Also, if you didn't want me to say your name, Judy, I do apologise. I'm going to wave back with my own high sticker. There we go. Giving Judy the big wave. Olive oil and salt up your spud before you bake it. See, it's fleshing. And also we have got the, how you doing, South Africa World Cup? South Africa World Cup. What World Cup's that? Like, as in, like, the one later on. It's a Maori cheat for baked potatoes. Cuts down the time. Says timeless. I mean, if it cuts down the time, then you kind of got to do it. Hamish, do you mind following me? I can do it. What's your name, though? I don't know what your name is the only thing. How do I get a sticker like Judy had? I'm going to send a sticker like that to Hanny as well. There we go. We've got the soccer. Yeah, we'll probably end up... Wait. What? Is that where it's taking place? The Football World Cup's in South Africa? I didn't actually know that. I'm in a very chatty mood, ladies and gentlemen, so I would honestly sit here for another 30 minutes and just ramble, but I should schedule those next streams. And from there, yeah, we will get into those later ones. The next stream, ladies and gents, is taking place... Where are we? Next one is 12:20 p.m. New Zealand time. So actually 2 hours, 20 minutes time is when it is going to be happening. So be sure to check that out, of course. And then after that, we've got the men's final and the women's final after that as well. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for watching. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you cook a baked potato during this break, let me know how it goes. Send me a picture on Instagram of it. And I'll see you all for the next one.